Hey, what's up everybody? Jason here with Rock and Groove, and today we're going to be reviewing the Donner Yellow Fall Delay. What's up everybody? Welcome to Rock and Groove, your one-stop shop for all things guitar. Here we cover everything from product reviews, technical questions, and even free guitar lessons and tutorials. And I stress the word free. We're not like many websites or YouTube channels that focus on giving you a Patreon page or directing you to a website where you have to pay for a premium membership to get content. Everything you want and need will be found here on the Rock and Groove YouTube page. So let's get started. We're covering the Donner Yellow Fall Delay. So let me cover it really quick. What is a delay? And with these effects pedals, especially for beginners. I remember when I started playing guitar, I wanted effects pedals, but at the same time, I really didn't know what the heck they were. There were so many different kinds: delays, phasers, flangers, distortion, overdrive, boosts. What in the heck is going on? So I didn't know as a beginner what things were. So I had to do my own personal research to find this stuff out. So let me go ahead and tell you now what a delay pedal is. The delay pedal is essentially going to take the guitar signal that comes in, record it in almost like a small loop. I wouldn't say a loop, but a small recording. And then it spits it back out and repeats it as many times as you set on the dial. So when you play a chord, it will repeat that chord like an echo, a consistent echo. So the delay pedal will allow you, when you strum or pick, have echoes in a way, repeats of the guitar signal that comes through. So let's talk about this particular pedal. With this, I recommend and I use the Donner Yellow Fall. And as you can see, I have the Velcro in the back because this has a permanent spot on my pedal board. So what do you have? Well, first off, what I like about it is coming from the company Donner. It's solid, it's metal, it's hard, it can take a beating. Unlike some of the cheaper pedals that I've seen that may be plastic or have plastic backs and bottoms, this is solid all the way around. Has the click button. I like that because I can tell. A lot of the kind that have the pedal, like the little flaps that go up and down, I don't like those because I can stomp it sometimes and maybe I'll just barely touch it and I think I activated the pedal, but I really didn't. This I really like because all I got to do is listen and feel for that click and I know it's gone. Don't try to do these barefoot, but use your shoe obviously. And when you're going on stage, or you're playing in the room, or you're jamming with your band, you click it and you can feel it and you can hear it and it activates. And it has your glow button right there. The one thing that some people may not like about this, I personally don't care, is that there is, being a mini pedal, being so small, it does not have a place for batteries. It does have a 9-volt plug at the very front with the pole being negative, center pole being negative, but you have a 9-volt plug right there for, say, a power supply, daisy chain, or what have you. So I like that anyway because I hate dealing with batteries. Batteries may be convenient, but they'll lose juice, and when they lose juice, it will affect your tone. When you're going straight from some type of power supply, your power supply stays consistent and your tone stays consistent. So as far as tone goes, as you can say, it says it's true bypass. Alright, so what does that mean? That means when your plug is going in and coming out and the pedal is not activated, is the sound really going through? Or is it being modified or anything happening to it through going out the other side like you would a major modulation pedal or something like that? This being true bypass means your sound's going straight through naturally, and it goes right on in from your guitar straight to your amp as if this wasn't here. And I can say that this does. I've played a lot of pedals in the past where the tone is affected tremendously, and I feel like that with this, my tone stays solid. Even when I activate it and the delay begins, my tone is solid and it stays the same. So I really like that. No volume drops. I have not experienced volume drops with it or anything like that. And so I've played by myself in a room with it quiet. I've recorded with it, and I've also played in a big setting with my band. Everything going and jamming, lots of gear plugged into lots of outlets with lots of electricity going on, and it still stays absolutely fine for me. So I love this pedal. And as you can see here, another drawback that some people might not like, I personally don't care, is with it being a mini pedal, which you'll get with any mini pedal, is that you have smaller dials. The middle dial being your time, we'll discuss that in a minute. It's quite large, but the two on the top are a little small. You kind of have to look and see what you're doing. So if it's dark on stage and you're really in the heat of playing your show, that might be a situation where you really have to look at it closely and see. Otherwise, this pedal rocks, and I love it. Thing is, this will cost you For me, it may fluctuate in the price on Amazon, but I got this on Amazon for under $30. So I think regardless if you are a beginner or if you are seasoned and you're playing in a band and playing shows, you can't go wrong with this. This thing is solid and it sounds great. And I played other delay pedals, more expensive, well-known brand names, and I can't tell a difference. This sounds fantastic. So let's take a closer look at our dials.
Okay, so let's take a closer look at the knobs really quick before we do a sound demo. What you'll notice is there are only 3 particular knobs. The big one in the middle is for time. So as you can see, this picture comes directly from the Donner page. This adjusts the delay time. Okay, so what that means is how fast do you want your echoes to come back to you. The more you turn it to the left, counterclockwise, the faster they get. The more you turn it to the right, the slower they get. And trust me, they can get super slow and they can get really fast, almost to where it's like an echo in a tube coming right back at your ears. So that fixes that type of the timing of the delay, how fast the echo comes back to your ears. Next it says F back, which is feedback. Okay, so what we're dealing with here is how long your echoes will go, just the amount of feedback. So pretty much what that tells us is the more you have this turned down, it will give you maybe just a really quick echo right back. It'll bounce right back to you 1 or 2 times. And the further you have it clockwise all the way on, this thing will keep on going and going and going and going and going and not stopping. And the problem with that is the further you have this thing turned past 12 o'clock, it will start to really feedback. And what it'll kind of do is it'll give an echo of your strum or your pick attack, and then it will give an echo and echo, and the more it does it, it starts to echo upon itself, and this just starts to get a really crazy wonky sound. I'll give a demonstration of that here in a few moments when we do the sound demonstration. But around 12 o'clock, give or take some from there, is what sounds the best. But of course, you can adjust it to whatever you want. And of course, the echo tab, that gives us the depth and the power of each echo. When you turn this thing all the way down, it's as if you hit the bypass and there is no echo at all. The more you turn this thing completely up, that will give you a really strong echo. And it means, say like for instance, your feedback is set really low, or quite low, and you're only going to get a few echoes back. The higher you have the echo knob turned up, the stronger each echo will be. As a matter of fact, you'll see in the demonstration that if you have this thing really cranked, your echoes can be stronger than your actual pick. So it'll be really strong echoes. If you want this thing to die off faster and the echoes get quieter and softer quicker, you want to turn this thing down. If you want each echo to really keep going, you want to turn it up. The problem is when you have that, you start to layer pick sounds over each other and it starts to become a bit of a mess. So enough of the yapping, let's get to a sound test.
Alright everybody, now let's take this puppy out for a spin. My clean channel on this Fender Princeton 112 Plus, it's a 1996 solid state. It's a fantastic amp. I'm just going to be using the clean channel on that. I'm also playing my Epiphone 2019 Les Paul. It's Pro Buckers. Everything's stock on it. I'm playing it straight, normal, everything wide open. I'm also playing the Yellow Fall as it is plugged in normally through my pedal board. And another video we'll do later is going to be focusing on the arrangement of the pedal board, but for me, I have my modulation effects at the very end of the chain. So we're going to be playing it just like it would normally be played with my band. So everything you're getting is going to be normal as I'm doing it. I'm not fancying anything up. I have no monetary stock in this pedal or this company. I'm playing it as I play it, giving you a no-holds-barred review. I'm also running this through, recording it through GarageBand. No mixing, nothing fancy. I'm guaranteeing what you're going to be hearing is what I'm hearing in this room. So let's get to it, okay? Here's my clean tone. Bridge pickup. Alright, now let's do some clean 12 o'clock on the dials, everything's pointed straight up on the yellow fall. So, right off the bat, let's just understand for beginners how the delay works. There it is. It's a complete echo. It's like it does a little bit of a recording and then repeats that, all right? Now, what the dials are going to do is show us how fast we can do it, how deep the echo will be, the delay, and how far and how long it will go. You can get this thing sounding really crazy, and you can have it sounding really subtle. So let's play it out a little bit, okay? Let's adjust that just a hair. I'm going to take the time and I'm going to take the dial back counterclockwise to about 9 o'clock. Let's see how that affects the time. Notice, it almost sounds like an awkward echo down a tube because now the timing of the space we had between each one of the echoes is so small. Almost has a reverb sound to it. So, with that being said, I'm going to go the other direction and put it at 3 o'clock and see how much it slows it down. So it sounds fantastic, just depending on how fast you want that to go. So I'm going to put that back up at 12 o'clock, and now I want to look at the echo tab. So with this dial here, notice just everything 12 o'clock again, straight up. Now, if I take that echo and I turn it all the way down, let's see what it does. Nothing. There's no echo at all now. It's almost as if I've completely gone bypass on it. Now, let's take it and go all the way to the other dial. All the way up, here's the echo dial. So notice how deep it is. As a matter of fact, it's almost deeper on the echo than it is on my initial strum. Now, I'm going to put that back at 12 o'clock. Now, let's look at the F back, which stands for feedback. So let's see, what that's going to do is it's going to tell us how long we want that delay to go. So I'm going to turn it all the way down to the left. This is everything else at 12, so your echo and your time is at 12 o'clock, and the feedback is all the way down. Notice that, it gives you 2 echoes, 2 delay echoes, and that's it. But if I do that, if I kind of go really quick with it, you can't really tell. But if I just do, it's really quick. Now, I'm going to turn this thing all the way up, and let's see how long we can get this thing echoing for days. You ready? Did you hear that? That is what happens when you take this thing and go all the way up with it. Because it just echoes and then catches the other echo and keeps on building upon itself. It gets crazy. So, I'm going to put this thing more at like 3 o'clock. Still going. It's getting a little wonky at the end there. See, and now it's catching back up with itself with something funky. So I always recommend with that, if you don't want to go too much, 12 o'clock is a good place, maybe 1 o'clock. That's at 2 o'clock, or about 1:30. So this is what we're going to do now. Let's take that time and turn it back counterclockwise a little bit to speed it up. We're going to bring that feedback back to about 11, and we're going to take the echo and go to about 2. See what this does to it. Slower. Let's go to about 1 o'clock, or let's go to about 2 o'clock on that time. Sound, it has a nice, beautiful, echoey, almost a reverb sound to that. All right. So now let's try something a little different. I'm gonna progressively add some overdrive and then some distortion to it. So let's do a little bit of overdrive. This is a transparent overdrive. Let's see what we got. Now, let's do a little bit more of a thicker MOSFET overdrive here. Almost too much, huh? It sounds great. I need to go back and dial it a bit. Now let's try some distortion. Let's go back at 12. Bring that echo down, feedback back up there. Go a little faster on that time. Go right back there. A little thicker on that echo. Here we go. One more time, clean. Now with the echo. Alright, so my final thoughts on the Donner Yellow Fall Delay pedal is it's fantastic. It's a great deal, especially if you're a beginner or anything like that, or you're looking for a new effect to put on your pedal board or just to have something around the house. You can't go wrong with this. It's awesome. It sounds great. It plays great with the band. It records great, and it's small on your pedal board, and like I said, it's cheap. And that's what I really liked about it there. So if you're interested in buying this pedal, I have a link in the description for the Amazon page. And thank you for watching. Tune in. Be sure to like and subscribe. We have more coming out weekly. So check it out. Thanks for watching. And remember, have fun.